Did you know that before the 12th century, weak eyesight was considered a permanent disability? People with blurred vision often relied on herbal remedies. But if these remedies didn't work, they frequently had to depend on others for assistance, even in managing their daily chores. Later on, early inventors and craftsmen observed that certain objects, such as water droplets or polished stones, could magnify or distort the view of objects behind them. This observation led to experimentation with different shapes to enhance these effects. By experimenting with various materials, ancient glassmakers and jewelers discovered that shaping glass or gemstones into convex forms could create magnifying effects. The first reading stones were simple convex lenses made from polished glass and gemstones. By the late 13th century, Europe was experiencing significant cultural and intellectual growth. The Renaissance period was just around the corner, and there was an increasing demand for tools that could aid learning and reading. During this period, many people suffered from vision problems, which affected their ability to read manuscripts and engage in scholarly work. Simple magnifying tools such as reading stones were in use, but they were not ideal for prolonged use. However, an Italian craftsman named Salvino da Ramate is often credited with inventing the first pair of eyeglasses in the late 12th century. This development came when books by Muslim scientists were translated into Latin and became available in Europe. Among these books was the Kitab al-Manazir, translated as the Book of Optics, which laid the theoretical foundations for the invention, and from which terms such as retina, cornea, vitreous, and aqueous humor are derived. By studying concepts like refraction, reflection, and the nature of visual perception, Salvino da Ramate recognized the potential for a practical solution to vision problems. He discovered that curved lenses could correct vision by bending light to improve clarity. In his pursuit of this innovation, he even injured his own eyes while experimenting. His final design featured convex lenses mounted in a frame that rested on the nose. The frame was often made of metal or wood, and the design allowed the lenses to be positioned closer to the eyes, offering a more effective means of correcting vision compared to reading stones. Despite the promise of this new technology, early eyeglasses were initially available only to a limited number of people, mostly wealthy scholars or clergy within Italy. And during the Renaissance, many people still suffered from vision problems due to the high cost and slow spread of eyeglasses. However, a workshop named Murano Glassworks on a small island of Venice also invented much advanced eyeglasses, but their glassmaking expertise was not shared with outsiders. The formulas were top secret, and the glassmakers were forbidden to leave the island. Even a death penalty was imposed in case of violation by the Italian government. Over centuries following their invention, skilled glassmakers of Italy began to sell eyeglasses. As trade routes expanded and European cities grew more connected, the knowledge of eyeglasses spread beyond Italy. And as eyeglasses became more widely known, they were adapted and improved upon in different regions. Eyewear technology saw gradual innovations, such as the development of different lens types and frame styles. European colonial expansion and global trade networks further accelerated the spread of eyeglasses. As European powers established colonies and trade routes worldwide, they introduced their technologies, including eyeglasses, to various regions. and by the 19th century, eyeglasses had become a more common and essential item in many parts of the world, symbolizing not just a tool for improved vision but a testament to how global connections and innovation shape our everyday lives. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe our channel, The Curious Corner.